Obviously, this is a soft rule. You know, if there's not enough players in this matchmaking system, it'll revert back to the old one. It's good. It's good implementation that battle rating 4 is now going to be viable, and bracket 1 to 2 is going to be viable, and battle rating 3 is no longer bother 1s and will no longer be bothered by 5s. Awesome. Hey guys, it's MeAdmiralStarks back with another Enlisted video, and this one's quite exciting to make. We are gonna be looking at the proposed tweaking and changes into Enlisted matchmaking, which is quite exciting. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna look at how the new matchmaking works. We're gonna kind of compare it to the old matchmaking. We're gonna see who are the absolute winners of this new implemented matchmaking, and then we're gonna look at some of the vehicles in particular that the old matchmaking system kind of made them useless. Battle rating 4. But now it has the tide has totally been turned. Now, whenever you select whatever battle rating, you know, the old matchmaking was 1 to 3 and 3 to 5, and the battle rating 3 was always, you know, a randomly generated number, and you'll end up either in top tier or a bottom tier. Now, we have nice presets here, which some of them, you know, we used more than others. For example, tier 1 I've never ended up using because I knew I would always verse 2s and 3s. Sometimes when you feel brave, you can use the 3 because you have a chance to be down tiered or up tiered, you know, it's your own choice. And tier 4 I've rarely ever used because, again, I know 100% I'm gonna be playing against the tier 5, so why don't I just select tier 5 instead, right? And let me just save this one real quick so we don't lose it. Yeah, save that. Let's have a look what happens to the matchmaking prediction if we select exclusive battle rating 1 lineup. Ta-da! It's gonna try and give me a game no higher 1 to 2. We're already excluding battle rating 3, and the first big winner in Enlisted, the new matchmaking, I want to say we're kinda gonna ignore Japan because their tech 3s are quite empty and quite finicky, and you know, we're gonna talk about the big 3. We're gonna talk generally about the big 3. I'm really sorry. Some of these things probably gonna apply to Japan as well. The big winners in here are every single nation from battle rating 1 to 2. Because think about it. Again, a little disclaimer: planes and weapons in the game they're very skill based. You know, you can take a low tier weapon and be good at top tier, and you can take a low tier plane. If you're a good pilot, you'll probably do just fine in the top tier as well. Now, tanks are something that kind of neglect the unskillful. If you have really good armor on your tank, it doesn't matter if you have a bad skill, the armor is going to save you the whole time. If you have a super good gun that can pen enemies anywhere, it's okay. You can just live with not having skill whatsoever. IS-2s, Tiger 288s, KB-2s, things like that. You don't really need a skill in the tanking of those because you just shoot enemy almost anywhere and it will work. Therefore, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the vehicles. Now, 1 and 2, battle rating 1 and 2 ends up with all of the T-28s. Soviets have dinky guns. We have 45 mils across the board and some auto cannons, I believe. Yeah, it's just not great. T-28, big battle barn, has a 76 short barrel, probably not the greatest pen. Now, we don't necessarily, I mean, we're talking about down tiers. We don't necessarily need to verse the Stugs. The long barrel 75, up armored long barrel 75. Sayonara. We no longer see these in battle rating 1 and 2. Awesome. American low tier vehicles are pretty much toys. You got an SPAA, bunch of light tanks, a car, M8 Scott, which is arguably one of the better ones, another light tank next to it, the Grant, the big slow Lee, and everything. These guys have some armor, I agree, and 1 and 2, battle rating 1 and 2, these can actually dominate, and it goes all the way to Crusader, which has solid gun, 57 mil, but pretty much no armor whatsoever. And these guys would naturally, would go against these 75 long barrel cannons, which has tons of pen, maneuverability, trolley armor at some occasions, and now that's it. We're only gonna go up to smaller dinky 50 mils, or if it's a 75, it's at least a short barrel, which is already a victory. And same goes for Germany. Same goes for the Germany. Okay, they do have, I want to say, slightly better tanks than Soviets and Americans in battle rating 1 and 2. Come on, look at Panzer 3N. It's an absolute menace, right? But normally, if you'd play these guys, you would always go up against early Shermans, battle rating 3. Early Shermans, plenty of 75mm Shermans. M4A2, M4A3, 105. You would go up against these guys. Now, on a solid down tier for Germany, the highest you're gonna verse, again, is the Crusader, which so much better matchup with these guys than the big Shermans. Like for battle rating 2 in Germany, these Shermans are big Shermans, right? So therefore, I really, truly believe that the big winners of this patch, of this update, are gonna be every single nation's battle rating 1 and 2 brackets, because especially the BR1, because you're never gonna have to see the BR3, hopefully, but I like what they're trying to do. Now, checking out every nation's battle rating 3, which used to be a absolute wild card, you know, these Shermans, these big Shermans for Americans. There are some early T-34s for Soviets. Yeah, this one's, by the way, really good. And then there are some first lighter Panzer IVs for Germans. Now, what does this mean for these guys? The good thing is that we're no longer bothering the small guys in battle rating 1. That is an absolute win for the game. And the other win for the game is that all of these that I just mentioned in the middle of the tech will no longer be bothered. The Germans will no longer be bothered by the Pershings. They will no longer be bothered by IS-2s and the top tier playing BR-3, which is great. Now the Soviet early T-34s, same goes, will not be bothered by King Tigers because they're 2 battle ratings up. There's no way to reach them. So battle rating 3 is overall improved massively. Now let's talk about the battle rating that everyone currently sleeps on. Because if you're like me and you have every single level unlocked, why would you play Panzer IV-H, Panther A, Panther G? Why would you play these guys if you can play these guys or these guys? Why would you take a Panther over 4 different Tigers? I'm pretty sure there are people that just prefer Panther, how it looks, how it performs, whatnot, but there is no physical advantage of doing so because the Tigers are just better. Now, yesterday in my kind of tryouts of the new matchmaking, people have overlooked battle rating 4 so much that they only used to make presets for battle rating 2. For example, preset for battle rating 2, you know you're going to be safe from 4s and 5s. Because you would only, in the old matchmaking, you would only play 1, 2, and 3. You are completely safe from 3 and 4. Then the Bravehearted would make battle rating 3 presets, because, you know, wildcard, you never know, you're gonna go down, you're gonna go up. Then tier 4 was completely neglected, and everyone jumped straight and make a tier 5 battle rating preset, because why would you do a 4? Because you're still gonna be fighting 5s anyway. Now, because of that, no one really has an exclusive tier 4 lineup, and yesterday, I took out my Soviet exclusive tier 4 lineup. There's nothing higher than tier 4 in here. See, up here it says 4. And for the battle rating, obviously it says that I will get 3 to 5. But in my tryouts, I was getting more of the 3. Like, I was almost only getting battle rating 3 games with battle rating 4 lineup in my tryouts. And I truly believe it's because people, the BR4 was useless for tanks in particular. And that's why no one has this battle rating 4 lineup. Because again, why would you play these guys if you can play IS-2s? Or you're gonna risk it and you're gonna play these guys and you will hope you get down tiered. Now, everyone that plays battle rating 3 exclusively and hopes that they're gonna get down tiered now will end up probably playing Panthers. Like, Panthers are now super good because they can get down tiers to 3. T-34-85s are good because they can get down tiers and play Panzer IVs. Shermans, Jumbos, M10s, M18s now are gonna be super good because they can get down tiers and play against Panzer IVs, Gs, and in the worst case, a Panther. So a battle rating 4 lineup is now truly risen from the grave. And if you do get an up tier, oh well, but you're occasionally occasionally gonna get down tier while playing Battle Rating 4. So I think that's something that is so overlooked, and you should totally look into creating a preset for Battle Rating 4 as well. Like, I have some, but I've never literally, this is such a mix. Like, I have some, but I never really played them because they just purely felt useless. Yeah, BR1, one tanker. This is 5. This is basically a BR5 lineup. This is not a BR. Like, you see, I've neglected Battle Rating 4 so much, and now it's gonna be a strategy until people wake up and people start making Battle Rating 4 lineups, and they will go out in a full Battle Rating 4 armies. Until then, there's a high chance that, oh well, you get up tier, you know, nothing really changed because you would be up tiered anyways, but you're gonna get these BR3 games quite a lot until people realize that Battle Rating 4 is something to actually set up and try and play it. Yeah, that's what I think. I think we're taking great steps in the right direction with the matchmaking. I love to see it. Yesterday when I clicked to one of the, like, this Battle Rating 4, and it's just 3 to 5. I mean, it looks exactly the same. But if you go to 3, is this 3? This is 3, yeah. And you see 2 to 4, I'm like, holy yes. Yes, this is so good. Same for Battle Rating 1, obviously. Maybe one of the least appealing battle ratings to play for some, but 1 to 2, that has to encourage new players or someone that wants to do a proper Battle Rating 1 army. That is step in a super right direction. Let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts and comments and everything. Please try to be civilized, but I think it's just good news for Enlisted. Obviously, gun-wise, you could probably look at the same thing if you play 3 and 4. Let's see what we if Soviets play 3 and 4 from Germans, you would avoid FG42 spams, STGs and things like that. If Americans play 3 and 4, same. If anyone else plays 3 and 4 Germans, you would laser M2 carbines, Thompson 50s. You know, there are some, you know, some crazy guns. Playing Battle Rating 3-4 in America would definitely mean you would have to skip the Taipei Hori. At the same time, these amazing planes, Sayonara. It's good. It's good. It's good change. It's good change. Again, if you play 3-4 in Germans, on the Soviet side weapons, you can say goodbye to laser PPSHs, Fyodorovs, and AS-44s with no recoils. These guys, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.